today. Let's talk a little bit about why. Oh no, it's not gonna work. Great. Well, that's helpful. And I'm gonna go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
Want me to move down there?
You can or you can't. I already have the camera facing that way.
Okay.
You chill down there. Okay, so why videos? Videos are an easy touch point for us here because whenever you're scrolling on social media, we see a lot of text in our day and on our socials. We see a lot of graphics, which are helpful, more helpful because they're catchier. But when a video just starts playing, you're going to watch it for the first few seconds to decide if you want to or not, versus that's enough to get you hooked. So an easy way to touch it. Hi. And then it is going to attract and retain more engagement than strictly text or graphics for that same reason. Because if you're watching something, it's something subconscious. If there's movement, our eyes are drawn to it. If there's words, we're going to naturally read it before we realize what we're reading that are moving with captions. And if we see something interesting in the background or a face that we know, we're more inclined, and especially if maybe we want to see what they're doing. Human nature. So, videos are great for that.
That's why you guys walk around?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're also going to touch more on that. The dynamics of what we're visually looking at subconsciously make a huge difference. And whether or not you choose to swipe up or down in a split second. It's insane.
Okay.
Insane. It's also more personal than text, and people get to see more of your personality. And that's huge for what we do. And people want to get to know who they're working with. There's a million real estate agents out there, a million realtors out there. It's about, you're going to be able to get the house, but who do you want to work with? How do you know? You can read reviews, that's fine. But also, if you can physically see the personality that you're going to be working with, you're naturally more inclined to want to pick them, especially if you get excited by that. So, videos are a really good one, and we can't be sleeping on them. Don't sleep on videos. Okay, so then the next point we have to think about when we're creating it. What is the purpose of this video? Obviously, people aren't going to want to watch things if they don't feel it's helpful to them. Is it authentic? People can also absolutely tell whenever something feels forced or weird. You've seen videos that feel forced and weird. You don't want to watch them because you're like
videos that feel forced.
And they feel weird to you, and they probably feel a little weird on the other side sometimes, but that's okay. Whenever we feel like people are not selling something at us, when we feel like people are just talking to us, we're not as put off. We want to ease into it a little bit more. So we want to make sure that it is authentic. What do you want to see when you're scrolling? Like genuinely think about like what makes you stop. It's not someone just saying like, here's what an EMD is.
Yeah.
How do you?
It's definitely not.
No, you have to have something
Actually, it's personality.
Yeah.
Based on personality for sure.
Every single time. Intrigue, mystery. What are they doing? What is this about? If there's a pain point in the very beginning. Oh, I do that. I do that is a really good one. It's a big one on the internet. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done.
I've tried that in my head a lot.
Because it's true for videos, especially. It's great to have amazing polished videos that look professional every single time. That's awesome. It's probably not realistic. It can be off-putting to some clients because there are some people who don't want to work with, they don't want to work with someone who's all put together. They want to work with someone who does have personality. And so it's okay if they're imperfect or if you don't trim the end intentionally on one of your videos. So you can see the laughter of you laughing at how silly it was or something like that. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. You just have to get in front of people. Even if they scroll away, they're still scrolling and they still saw you. So that's a start. So point being, get out of your head, stop being mean to yourself, and just post. It doesn't matter what, just post. But we're going to work on making those posts more watchable. But even if they're not, it's okay. Still post it. Okay, so this one's going to be a pretty short slide, so I'm not going to walk over. But the video types, we have educational as a teaching us something. Personal, it's talking about who you are specifically and introducing yourself to the world and to social media or reintroducing yourself to your sphere. And entertaining, it speaks for itself. It's entertaining. You watch it strictly for entertainment value. And they're all valuable. And it's good to have a mixture of all three on our business, specifically with us because we're such a human industry. So you want to think about having, Chris Rad talked a lot about the cups. About like a buyer pain point, seller pain point,
Yeah.
personal life, and then fun. Kind of the same thing, except a little bit more condensed. But it's good to have all, so that way we are well rounded. Okay, so brainstorming time for video ideas. I brought little papers and pens. So
Just me.
it's just me, but I'm actually gonna do the same thing
Okay.
because here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab my little phone. And we're gonna do a thing. So we're gonna have 1 minute. Then we're gonna, you have a pen? If we're gonna have 1 minute, then we're gonna switch papers.
Okay.
And then we're gonna switch back.
Oh, man.
So you're gonna have some ideas that I'm not gonna have and vice versa. So I'm gonna put 1 minute on the clock. And just start writing.
Videos of what?
They don't have to be anything. Videos that you would want, that you could post.
Okay.
Things that you know about, things that would make sense, things that are silly. They don't all have to be winners. This is a rough draft to get every single thing down. Okay, we're gonna do a minute on the clock. Yeah. Okay, so finish the one that you're on. Okay. We're gonna switch. And we're gonna do the same thing
Okay.
for a minute.
Okay. Ooh, here's this. Here's a way more specific. I love it.
It's okay. The more specific, the more general, it's all ideas. Come on, interest rates, yes.
Yeah, that's a big one. I get a lot of questions about that.
Okay, that's the timer. So, finish that one. So we're gonna switch back. And we're gonna do 1 more minute for ourselves. Okay, and go. Okay, last timer. So,
Hey,
with these,
look at that.
look at that. Sometimes if you just do it without thinking,
Yeah.
because you're pressed for time, it helps the juices flow. Okay, so with these, if you want to steal any of mine that I wrote down, please do. I'm gonna steal some more of yours now that we have time to look. I already stole one of your sticks and working on the interest rates.
I'm gonna put loan partners on there.
Yes.
See if I can get a little quick snippet for you, like,
And
there
it's
it
good for
is.
them
Yeah, it's
too.
great for everyone.
Win-win, we love a win-win. Breaking the myths, come on. Mythbusters, real
Yeah.
estate edition.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Versus right, right, breaking the myths. There's a shit ton of this.
No, there are,
So,
that the average person doesn't know. Buy versus rent, ooh, that's a good one.
well, I make content. Y'all think about it,
Mm-hmm.
work like that, so. Sorry.
It is commercial. Oh, I like the update on my kids' family dogs too. Like, neat to fan.
I mean,
Update on them.
it's personal, I'm not gonna put my kids' faces out there.
Right,
But I will.
But that you
Stories
have
and
kids.
stuff. Did you see?
Yeah.
My daughter did.
I did. That is the best thing that.
Crying.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Because
Right.
she's a human.
And we brought her over, we said, "Oh, you went, did a high five to somebody and smiled at them?" And she's like, "I don't, what?" No.
Because
It's
that was just
natural.
what happens for her
That's
all the
what she
time.
does. I know, I was like,
That's the best accomplishment. And she's a little light in the world.
But I'd love to shout that to people because this shit is taught.
Yeah.
Stuff, it's not a thing.
And that's an example of that. She was just being a good person. For the sake of being a good person. So I'm not gonna be so happy. I got a teary eyed, and that wasn't even my kid. I love that
Walkthroughs for me, I wanna get really good at doing walkthroughs.
Okay, also, there's an entire world, I encourage you, do you have TikTok?
I do.
Okay, there's an entire world on TikTok of just walkthrough videos.
Okay.
Like, there's some that they'll do, here's a walkthrough in under 30 seconds, and so it's a run through. There was this one that I sent to my friend in Georgia, because he always does these silly ones. It was for the spooky season. He said, wanna see how a witch does a walkthrough? Let's find out. And it was him on a broom. And he just jumped a bunch of times, and it was him going, because he edited it together, and it was like he was
That's
flying.
amazing.
And it was stupid, but it got people watching and seeing the house.
Stupid is good.
Stupid
Like,
self.
people need stupid.
I love
There's way
stupid.
too much serious, right?
I will always
Especially
watch
now.
stupid.
I will always watch stupid.
Levity is necessary.
Yep.
Okay, so we have brainstormed. If you're watching this in the YouTube world, I hope you brainstormed as well, because now we're about to implement. Got to address and break the fourth wall. Okay, so what are you going to say? We are going to narrow down this, keep this list, so that way you always have it in your back pocket, so that way you can just start when you have some free time. Go ahead and put this in your drafts, go ahead and start making it, and then you can add the videos at least like once per week, twice per month, whatever you want to do. Just keep that consistency and work through this.
Okay.
But today, find one that you feel like is super easy, super simple, not a super complex one.
Ooh, being a realtor with kids, that's awesome.
Okay, yes,
That's awesome.
yes. So you can talk about that one today.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do why make content, because I do feel like it goes with this video. Okay, so that one, you have your topic, I have my topic, Zoom world or YouTube world has their topic. And now we have to figure out, what are we going to say about it? So we're going to start, this is the most common formula. Mike Seckman taught on this as well. Hook problem. When you're scrolling, you gotta have a catchy something. And so it doesn't even have to be a problem. It can just be like, or you could say, something about you can't have kids and be a real estate agent, false, or something like that. Or you could say, I want to know what it's like to be a mom and be a real estate agent. I don't know. Whatever it is, you got kids trying to sell houses? Me too. Whatever it is, something catchy that would make you stop. What's the hook? After that, you've bought people's attention. Now get them. What are you selling them? You have the floor. What are you going to say? So you want to come up with a solution or the tip. I am doing this as a real estate agent with kids, and here's what it's like. It's blah, 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 blah. And then the last thing, call to action. It doesn't have to be a call to action if it's a fun one like that. If it's educational, yes. If you want people to do something, Yes, you wanna say, make sure you click the link before this day, and you can be specific with that. For something that's a little more serious, or a little more silly or non-serious or non-committal, kind of like that, just a fun one. You can always say something about, the call to action could be, are you a mom? Like, keep going,
Yeah.
you're doing great. It can be, if you've been looking for a sign, this is your sign to start. It can be anything. So you gotta come up with something that you can lead them with for the call to action. But short and sweet is always better, because humans are like goldfish with our brains.
Yeah.
The less we can say, the more we're gonna retain. So we have the contents-ish. We know about, what we're going to plan for. But then how are we going to say it, is the next question.
I wish Leigh had more energy.
Yeah.
She's always tall.
I'll try to drink an energy drink.
energy.
So, the 3 ways that we can say what we gotta say. We can do a script, we can create an outline, or we can completely improv it. And there are pros and cons to all 3 of these, and I have used all 3 of these for different purposes. Scripts are going to be whenever you really need to get specific information correct. So when you have a lot of deadlines, when you have a lot of numbers, when you have a lot of names, legal stuff, you got to get in there legally. Make sure you use a script. You can get teleprompter apps for that. You can also have it on a screen behind your phone. I've done that a couple of times on my laptop, so it looks like I'm looking at the camera, but it's right above it and behind it. So there's a couple ways to do it. You just want to make sure that if you go with the script option, it's going to probably look like you're reading a script. So try to be expressive, try to be very genuine and conversational, at least.
We use an app called teleprompt. I think it's free. And it's right on your phone, and the camera is in the same app. So you record the camera, and then you can change the font size and the speed. So if you get it down pat, where like, hey, I talk at a 64 on average or whatever, then it keeps up with you, and it's about as good as it can be with your eye shift, because because
it looks the most natural.
you just keep it in the center of the screen, and you know what I mean, like, as opposed to actually reading something. But the best way we found is to not read at all, and the only way to not read is to internalize it. The problem with that is, like, we always judge ourselves, like, oh, I didn't say it the right way. Well, there is no right way to the person that's watching it, because they don't know what you were supposed to say. As long as you don't say something blatantly wrong, it's like, oh, I forgot to include that last sentence. Well, nobody cares. They only watch the first couple seconds anyhow, so it's more about just getting your point across.
Or you can always do, if you left something out, a couple of times what I've done is just recorded the information that I need in there, and then I'll edit that in the end. But just so it's not one continuous video with one edit, I'll just edit out a sentence or a space in between, so it looks like it's all kind of cut together. That's a helpful hint that I found too one time. But another way, if you don't want to just completely go from improv, trusting your brain, if there's certain things you can't miss, I love an outline for a sticky note. And so I'll sometimes literally just do bullet points like this and put it above my phone.
So you hit the topics, and then you can ad lib the content.
So you don't have to look and read, but you know that you don't forget. But it does sound natural and the most genuine and authentic. These are the ones that typically win the most with people, the ones that are from your brain. But again, scripts, there's also a place for them.
What is your brand? You're like Blue Hawaii?
Yes. Blue Hawaii, rustic, Greenland. The clicker doesn't work, but I'm getting my steps in.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna go back actually. For the hook line, do you feel like you know what you want to say in this video?
No.
Great. So let's break it down. Let's talk a little bit more. What are you thinking? Which one do you want to do for your video today? Script, outline, or improv?
What's the topic?
We chose a fun one, being a realtor with kids.
I think for this one, I think you could do improv. I think you could just speak on it. I think you can. I think that like right now you can create an outline, but I don't think it's serious enough where you need to have an outline in front of you.
Okay.
But like, so what would you want to say? Like, what would be kind of the meat of it? Like,
Don't do it.
if you have kids,
Just kidding.
go away.
Just kidding.
We talked about a little bit of the hooks of, hi.
It's like the North Pole in my office.
I mean, content could be like pros and cons. Like, hey, it's sometimes easier because of flexibility, and You know, whatever the pros are and the cons are like, hey, sometimes that things pop up, it's not 8 to 5 or
Right.
whatever, but. The hook would be maybe about the power, did you know, or like a shock value is
Yeah.
always good, right? Like,
We've talked about like, they say you can't have kids and be a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing it. Or have you ever thought about becoming a real estate agent, but are nervous because you have kids? Let's talk. That could be a good one.
Good one.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your hook. And then you're doing the
I guess,
pros and
well, it
cons.
depends on your objective, right? Are you talking to people who wanna become realtors or people that you wanna be customers, right? Because, like, I think that one, did you think about becoming a real estate agent when you have kids, is like only if you're trying to get, like, your intended audience,
more
but what if you're a realtor? If you wanted to be like, hey, I'm doing this because I'm killing it, and I can balance it all and buy or sell your house with me, you need to figure out who the target client is, you know, because you're not trying to get a realtor into business, right? You're trying to get somebody to buy or sell a house.
Right.
Also true. I will say either way though, you do have a touch point. People are seeing you, which is good. But you're right, you're definitely gonna get more sphere if you do target it to your sphere. So, okay, we have a hook. We know what the need's gonna say? And then the closer or call to action. Let me know if you're looking. Do you have kids? Want someone who can relate and understands where you're coming from when you're buying or selling? Reach out. What do you think?
Like it.
Heck yeah. Okay, so we know what we're gonna say.
Oh, geez.
So now we're gonna talk about cameras.
They do my hair. This is out of bed hair, for real.
Hey, but it's not even frizzy.
I
So I'm
do
mad
like
at
that.
that you're out of bed here.
I threw a little pomade in it. It's,
Okay.
I have really curly hair. But
Thank God for a pomade right now. Okay, recording. Portrait versus landscape. Different social media platforms prefer a different one. And different things do different. The algorithm prefers different ones. So
You'll hear Jeff Glover and Sam Luck say this all the time. And the weird thing is, it makes you have to think about it, which is bad, I think, but he's like, hamburger, not hot dog, if you heard
Yeah.
that. So like, and I guess it means hamburger is vertical, where hot dog is horizontal, but like they said, that literally, unless you're on YouTube long format, like everything should be portrait, because
because
that's
it
how
fits our
social
screen
media.
better. Yeah. With
Like they'll say that
Instagram,
hamburger, not hot dog all the time, clean your lens, hamburger, not hot dog, close up. But you don't really wanna be way out here, you wanna be like she does. All you see is these Lee eyes every morning.
yeah.
and my pores. So yeah, portrait versus landscape. You have to decide where you want to post it and where you want the target to be. So for something like that, it usually works really well casually on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can post it on all three of them and boost your engagement too, which is always a good idea.
I do have all three.
So it's usually a good idea to post them at the same time, cover all your bases. Someone may be a TikToker, someone may be a Facebooker. They may not have the other.
Yeah, I have that linked. So when I post on Facebook, it goes to Instagram.
And then you just have to manually do the TikTok one too. But yeah, heck yeah. So then it sounds like you want to do portrait. For lighting, you want to make sure that obviously there's good lighting. So you want to make sure that usually natural light's great, but it's kind of cloudy out today. So then the next best is not going to be directly underneath one of these. These are horrible above lighting. I hate doing the videos in here, so I moved to the front. So windows are good. And even if you can't do windows, making sure that the lighting source is in front of your face, either like a little play with the shadows. We have ring lights too here. We have one that attaches to your phone, and then we have one that's a stand in the closet too, hall closet. So we can pull those out as well today. Background. Okay, so these two kind of go together, background and dynamic. We like looking at things that are fun to look at. So a video that's even here, if I'm taking it here with this behind me, it's still more interesting to look at than if I'm here with just a white flat wall behind me. If there's depth even, it doesn't have to be pretty. If there's depth behind me and there's something going on in this field of frame, our eyes still have things to look at, which is helpful. But another way that you can kind of make up for non-super bright, non-super colorful background is with movement, which is why I choose to walk a lot in my morning videos, because I want it to be super energetic and I want it to be attention grabbing and catchy. So I'm trying to do everything I can to make it pop. So some videos you want that, some you don't. But that is an option for a tool.
I like that because I pace, so.
Yeah.
When I talk, so that's kind of great.
And it also feels like from a from a consumer audience standpoint, when you're scrolling through a video and you see someone doing something, whether it's walking or even eating food, or you see people crocheting a lot, typing on their laptop, it just feels like you're getting to see life with them and you're hanging out with them versus being talked at. Which it's this tiny thing, but subconsciously those things add up to whether or not we scroll.
That's a
every
good
split
point.
second.
You walk into the building, like it creates like motion, animation, energy, whatever.
Yeah.
Just look all.
Yeah, I'm a very dull person. I need all the help I can get. And then the last thing to think about too, the cover frame. This is silly and this is kind of more pro tip. It's not always like a basic, but I put it in here anyways. When you post your video, you want to think about what is the cover photo going to be. So on something like YouTube, you can upload the cover photo. I think sometimes on Facebook you can, but it's harder to do. So what I try to think about with mine, you want to have a face that whenever it loads up in the very beginning, you're not going to be like, oh no, I wish that wasn't the cover photo.
Yeah.
So I always try to start with a smile or start with a fun face that I wouldn't mind being a picture. You know what I mean? And it also, when you start from a place of a happier disposition or a cooler disposition, it sets the tone for you physically. So just think about the cover frame and what you want that to look like as well. Just keep that in mind as you're recording. Okay. Does all of that make sense? That was a lot of information too.
Yes, it does.
Lottie. Then, lots to do. Okay, so we are about to record.
Oh.
There's different options
Okay.
as to what would be the best one
Okay.
for you to do it on. So on TikTok, you can do different filters, which is fun. And I'm gonna be real, and this is TMI, but I'm gonna say it. Sometimes when I have a pimple, I'll go on TikTok and film my morning videos there. I had one right in the middle of my forehead the other day, and I was like, I can't have it. It's so close up. I use the flawless skin filter on TikTok, so that way I wouldn't just stare at my pimple and people would actually hear the information I was saying. So that's always a good option for TikTok if you need a filter day. If you don't, Instagram's a great spot to do it in because that way you can just cross post to Facebook too. And it's also pretty editing friendly. But I
So
usually
go right into the app and video it right there.
Yeah, well, that's-
Use my phone and just go right into the app.
I find that's the easiest. Sometimes
I'm all about touching things once.
yes, because it's less to have to
Yeah.
wait on. If you're looking for, I don't know if your phone has portrait mode or anything like that. So sometimes if you are wanting it to look a little bit nicer and you want the depth of field, that's when you would want to film it first in the video app or the camera and then upload it versus just doing a straight cap. You know what I mean? So just consider like, do you want the depth of field? Do you want the nice camera? For something fun like that, you probably don't because it's more relatable if you don't. But different options. So, yeah, we're gonna record your videos. I'm gonna record mine too. So because I'm gonna edit mine with you. We're gonna walk through it together.
Yeah, editing.
Mhm.
Okay, good. 'Cause
That's
I
the next part.
have no idea how to do any of that shit.
Dude, I
None.
got you. I
None.
got you.
Like I tried, I had a cute idea when I was moving, my old client. And I took a video and I was all sweaty. And I was like, did you hire a real estate agent that showed up looking like this? All sweaty and gross. And I said all sweaty and gross. Then I said, would you change your mind if I told you it's because I was loading my client's truck before I left? And met you?
Come on.
And
I love that. That's a fun
it's
one.
a fun one.
That's a
yeah.
fun one.
Ryan.
And it's intriguing
Trying to
because it's like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know
nobody
why.
did.
Why are you asking?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yeah. Okay, for editing aids then, especially if that's not an issue, but a challenge, I'm gonna recommend TikTok just because it's the easiest to edit, and I'm gonna be editing mine on TikTok too.
Okay.
You don't have to add the filter fee.
So I should do TikTok.
I would. And then you can upload it because once you post it, it's gonna save to your downloads, and then you can upload that video to Instagram or Facebook and cross post.
Okay.
Go team! Okay, so take as many tries as you need to.
Okay.
That's the other thing about videos is you can do 5 times if you need to. 5 tries, 5 recordings.
Okay.
So you feel free to walk around.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
I had a phone. I don't know what I did with it. I found it. Turn on this music over here too. Okay, if we need the ring light in here.
Okay.
If we want this guy also
Okay.
here, it just needs to plug in.
Okay,
I'm gonna walk around.
yeah, I'm gonna walk around too.
Come on.
Okay, I got it, I'm gonna do it.
You got it. Take as many tries as you need to.
Okay.
Progress over perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's almost better if it's not, because it's more relatable.
Got it,
Just be cool.
cool, I'm gonna be just cool.
You got it. Anything. Oh, anything. Well, I feel like sometimes I have better ideas for videos than other times. And that's normal. They're not all winners. Just post them.
Trailer to sell.
But I'm no video expert or anything. And you know how you get better at them?
Figure out how to get it worded. See how I. Yeah. Yeah. None of our bigger.
I know. So, I can't.
So I got, actually got called. Hey, remember that was. No, dude, I can understand you guys. It's a golden almond bar. You like, they're really good. No, they're really good. Hi, is this the police department? Oh, it's for you then? Oh, yeah, hey, I found the hardware. Yeah, I'll drop it off there. When do you guys think to pick it up? Okay, I'll get it there over the weekend. I'll put it, I'll take it right to the table, but yeah, I found it. Harrisburg here, but, the guy was on the station, got it, so. All right, sounds good. Thank you. You got it. Yeah. Is this the police department? East side. On the east side. Yeah, everything's on it. This is the police department. And they're like, how? They're going. Let's try it. Here.
How's it be?
Good.
Yeah?
Good, yeah. Thanks for asking.
Okay, it's
Sarah?
not great, it's rough, but I'm done.
But you got it recorded.
Here, I changed topics because it wasn't.
Amazing.
Change topics, but.
So you had a conversation in your video like you would in real life.
Yeah, kind of.
Great,
You know,
that's amazing.
super aggressive, and
That's
that's
what
the
you
way I'm not really that aggressive, so.
I love them. Okay, so you did the hardest part, which is recording. And now we're going to move on.
Ready my laptop?
I'm gonna teach you how to do it over your phone.
Right.
Cause I do mine over my phone because it's easier.
Again, touch it once.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this and then I'm going to screen share my phone to edit mine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be there to help you edit yours.
Okay.
So, when we're editing. Main things to look for, and of course, every video is different. And you can find humor in playing with some of these, and not playing with some of these. You can create seriousness or professionalism by adding some of these. So these are a good frame to start with, but then take it case by case.
Okay.
So, it's usually a good idea to trim the beginning and end of videos. So you're not, hi, just get started. And at the end, you don't see, great.
Yeah, turn and everything.
Yeah, edit that part out if possible. But then again, sometimes you can use it for comedic effect. If you're doing a silly bit and you want to show that you're human and it's silly so people aren't confused, you can laugh a little at the end, keep some of that in. So use that as a tool. Add captions or text overlays. These are great if you're doing like 3 things you need to know. 1, it's a good text overlay option. But captions boost engagement so much because oftentimes the videos are silenced on our phones when we're scrolling. So we can't hear, but if you can still read what it's about, you're probably gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So you have a better chance of watching it and getting hooked. So captions are usually a good idea, even if you just add them smallly in the corner somewhere, they're usually helpful. Adding trending music, you have to be careful about it, because sometimes if you add super popular music, it can turn off the audio for your whole video. But TikTok's usually really good about not having the copyrighted stuff, as long as it's under a certain amount of time. But that's why short and sweet's usually better too, because it works together. So usually TikTok, if you decide to add music, will add one that is trending anyways that relates to your video.
Yeah, it put country music on for some reason. I'm like, what the hell? Right.
Amazing. So we can edit that, or we can keep it depending. But then we will just want to adjust the levels, so that way, even sometimes it's good to have it playing underneath, where you can hear it a little bit. Sometimes a good tactic, if you want to boost your video engagement more, but you don't want to have music playing, put it on there and turn it all the way down, and then turn your voice all the way up. Because if people click on that song, the video will pop up. So even if you don't play it, it's sometimes good to add it. Another tool, add a filter if desired. So we talked about you can use practical ones like the flawless skin one. You can also use so my most used filters are the vibrancy ones, because in day-to-day life it doesn't tend to record as vivid as it is that our eyes pick up. And if it looks prettier, we're gonna watch it.
Yep.
So if you turn up the color and just make it more vivid and more vibrant, as you're scrolling, you're more likely to see, it's more likely to be pretty to your brain, and it's more likely to make you stop subconsciously. So that's a good one. And then this is the hardest part actually of the whole video. It's not recording, it's watching it for final checks. So Gary Keller said to get over yourself in real estate, meaning like when someone says something mean or you don't have a win, get over it, move on to the next one. You're gonna do great on the next one. So I have to remind myself, get over myself. I hate the sound of my voice, but we all do. That's
I like
the
your
nature.
voice.
Thank you. And I like your voice. So I'm glad that we're just in our heads and fine.
Yeah.
So we have to get over ourselves when we watch it, try to be unbiased and say, does this make sense? Did it capture everything that I wanted it to from not knowing anything about it? So that's kind of the editing, just things to think about. That being said, I'm going to show you how I edit mine. Oh, no, just kidding. It doesn't say there. Okay, so let me silence all of my notifications. And then I'm going to screen mirror. There it is. I cannot find the screen mirroring. Oh no. Is it going out? It's not good. There we go. A307. There it is. Okay. So, I'm a big fan. Oh, that's so funny. Wait, That's my friend Mark, but that's not what I'm playing. Can I go to my drops here? If not, I'll just come over there. Okay, no. Well, I'm glad you got to see my friend Mark. He's very twirly.
Yeah,
He's great.
very talented.
I'm going to stop screen mirroring. I'm just gonna come over by you. Okay. So I love TikTok drops, first of all. I'm gonna show you. I usually have several in there. So whenever things happen, like the Legion the other day, or I'm just feeling like I haven't posted in a while, I need to do something, I have things that I can pull from, even if I did. So whenever you say something drops, so I can get here. What is happening? Okay, anyways, I don't know why that was called. It probably was going on. So I'm gonna go into this one and I'm gonna edit this one. So let me turn up my brightness percent. You can see here. So this is gonna be your best friend feature.
Okay.
That little one right here. And it's gonna be so loud. So this one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna be, it's gonna show you everything. So it shows you how many clips I did. I did a silly one about making content. And I did what people tend to say that stops them, like our inner voices. And then I did the real voice, do it anyways, whatever. So that's kind of the style of mine. So it's silly. And so for mine, I did the feature with TikTok where you can stop and start. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so hold on, before I go any further. If we were to do a video here, I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna say this, but then I wanna think about what I'm gonna do next. I can go back and I can listen to this, and then I can add the next part. Now that I thought about it, I'm gonna say this part now. And so that's how I got like those clips like that,
Yeah.
so that way you can break it up and it's still one video without having to be one video. So that's a great tool and it saves you some of the trending time sometimes. We're still gonna look at my trends just to see if there's any thought that I can put off. Okay, so this is the basics and then we'll look at it.
But I don't know what to post. Anything. Post anything.
In terms of that right there.
I'm so bad at editing though. Who cares? Just post it. Well, I feel like sometimes I have better ideas for videos than the other time. And that's normal. They're not all winners. Just post them. But I'm no video expert or anything. And do you know how you get better at them? By beginning. So post anything. Post about your life. Post about tips and tricks in your business. People want to see you. So just start talking. What are you posting first? Good luck.
Okay,
Awesome.
so there's a
So
couple,
funny.
thank you. And it's just, you just have to, I don't know, I don't have any shame, so I just do whatever and it usually works out. Okay. So, now that we'll see that.
If only Donald Trump was president
And live TikTok is also,
Yeah, I don't really. I hope it saves that.
okay, let's go, do you mind?
Yeah.
Go to your profile.
Oh.
Yes, there's your draft, okay. So, sometimes these are small, so we can always expand them like that. My first clip is pretty tight. I got the beginning and the end. This one has some dead air though. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna click on it, and then it brings up these two arrows on the side. And then I'm just gonna trim it in a little bit more, watch it to see if I like it.
Anything. Post
So cut some of that, just to make it flow a little bit more smoothly. Let's look at the end.
anything.
Okay, that one was a quick one too. I want a little bit of the first, but there's still a lot to trim.
But I'm so bad at editing though.
If I'm gonna trim a little bit, but also not too much, because we also, a mistake that I made, especially in the beginning, is I would trim too much, and then it would be bop, and our brains would come processing time. So it's like the fine line to this. A little bit of.
Oh, who cares? Just post it. Well, I feel like sometimes I have better ideas for videos than the other time.
That one was a fine one.
And that's normal. They're not all winners. Just post them. But I'm no video expert or
That was
anything.
fine.
And do you know how you get better at them? By beginning.
This one. But it's one of those where I'm like, okay, this is a potential cover photo, because you can pick your frame.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you try to acknowledge this whenever you're adding to make your life easier later.
By beginning. So post anything, post about your life, post.
Trim.
Why do you? Talking. Why are you posting first? Good luck.
Okay, so I feel like this is a pretty good, I did my first set of trimming. So I feel like the fat is gone, it is to the point what I wanted to say. So speaking of say, I'm probably next gonna go through and do the captions. So if you click on a specific one, it's gonna give you the zipper options for that clip. But if you just click out of it like that, it'll give you the options. Oh my gosh. Do the caption. And it will process them for you. But you do want to check them because spell check is not good always. Okay, so I'm going to post.
But I don't know.
Anything.
But I'm so bad at editing, but who cares? Well, I feel like sometimes I have, and that's normal. And that's not just post them. But I'm not a video. And do you know how you get that? By beginning. So post anything. By beginning. Post about your life. Post about tips. People want to see you. So just start talking. What are you posting first? Good luck.
Okay, so if I needed to edit something though, if it got all the words right, which is surprising, and usually do not, you click in. Yeah, and it has the timestamps too. So if you needed to kick something over to the next one, you could like return it and it would do that for you automatically. So that way it would separate it. So once you have that, you want to go and do style. So I don't love this one, just because it feels a little gimmicky. So I'm gonna try. I know, let's see if I can go through and play with the ones you like the most.
And you
I
know,
just like this one. It goes word by word with me,
Okay.
but then you can also do. We want to now make it a little bit smaller because on the last one, it was kind of going off the sides. So for mine, I think that I like it here underneath, kind of my face. So we're just gonna go through. Okay, the one that you want to watch. So this one's a little wide. When you're on TikTok, you know they have the buttons over here, and it has stuff over here. You have to be careful that you're not posting anything that's going to get cut off by that. And I found captions cut off so many times. So I usually try to stick. It'll show you too. I usually try to stick in between those, and you can line it up with the second one too. You can make it a little bit smaller so it's not the focus on it, but people can still watch it. Cool. And it still gives you a little bit more engagement. Is it something more that people can watch? Okay, so that's done. Now my captions, now my trimming. Next, I'm probably going to. We're gonna do the filter. So this is pretty vivid. I've had color dates here, but we can always use more color. So, you know, you can adjust this if you want. I usually stick with like anywhere from 75 with the dull date to 50. We'll do that. And then looks good. It just makes it pop a little bit more. And then after that, the last thing I'm gonna do, I want to put in some music. So we're gonna add sound. Why is the leave? Actually, I'm gonna use the me channel music. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So once that's in, you're gonna click on it. And then volume. So this is just for this. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. And pro tip, just because I struggled with it, I started like with here thinking it would be fine. Every video is always too low. So I usually try to keep it less than 25% on whatever song I'm doing. That's fine. Okay. So I think that I have it the way that I want it. So we're gonna do a watch through to see if I'm scrolling through what I've had. So I'm happy with that. So now what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save it to my drafts, because we're gonna talk about captioning and stuff right after this. So, do you want to try first on your own? Do you want me to show here with you?
Try it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you play around. I'm gonna be over here. When you are ready, if you have questions, let me know.
Thank you.
But when we're good, we're gonna talk about captioning. Okay, Gary Keller.
Get over yourself.
In the best way, in the most loving way. Have a good day. Bye.
Hi, Karen. What are you girls up to?
We are
Workshop.
doing, content creating
Just
workshop.
the two of you? Yep.
Yeah, and I'm recording it for the YouTubes. So hopefully, at least someone else can watch it too. And it's been chill. Me and Steph, great. It's been a chill one and a good one.
That's good.
I have to check, I have to get this off for it.
What are you up to today?
Do our L10 meeting here shortly. Hey. I'm and Erin are meeting right now, and I've been helping David move everything into the new Hershey office.
Yes,
Have you been to it yet?
I have. I haven't seen all the new stuff though. I saw it when I was still really a demo, so. Right now, we're doing the editing portion of our videos though.
Yeah, that's what I'm not good at. I have no idea how to do
Okay,
it.
be fine.
Okay, okay.
I hate it, but it's going up because it's going up.
Hey, it is what it is.
I will get better the more I do it.
You will.
I just have to do it. I have to
You have
force
to do it.
myself to do it.
Hey, have to. Absolutely. And the thing that happened was when we had that little, we had the intern, I had to just be uncomfortable and do it.
Yeah,
And it wasn't so bad when you kind of had someone there like, okay, you need to do this, and then you just did it.
right.
Problem is like trying to record it yourself and like trying to think what you're gonna say. and
Yeah,
It is tricky.
it's tricky. This one is amazing at it, so
What's this one about?
I came to the expert. Oh, I just shot something silly about being the transition from being a chef.
Oh, that's a good one, actually, though.
And then I'm 51 and let's go. I'm hungry to help.
It's a really good one. I only have 2 edits.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, so. Can I show Karen too?
What are you showing it through, like CapCut or?
No, we're doing it right through TikTok.
Ah,
Which uses the same kind of concept.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so the only 2 things I'm gonna do, first of all, I love the video. I think it's great, and I think that I would watch it. If I wasn't in real estate, I would still watch it, which is the intent. So this is just a little close to the side, so we just wanna make sure it's a little smaller.
Okay.
So that way, potentially hold it on, but, it doesn't always show, I guess, but there's, keep in mind the buttons over here, and then
Okay,
there's
right.
something at the bottom.
But
So we're just gonna keep this right around your collar there, so that way this is still viewable and this doesn't get cut off. And then the last one, the last edit that I would wanna make. You listen here at the end and look at the caption. So you
Oh.
say, give me a call, but we wanna make sure that it says it.
Oh, and your number.
oh yeah, I gotta put my number.
Put your number in
You-
there.
So this would be a good time for you to say like number and description, or put the number, put your number up top.
Yeah, like have it just
Yeah.
come like big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a number or give me a
Maybe
call.
captions. Edit. So please give me a call. Let me know where we're at. Okay, Dave. And then so to add, you can just add text here,
Okay.
and you can just literally do it on the last like 2 seconds or something. These, if I can be of assistance, what would you want to say? If I can be of assistance,
Yeah.
you can put it there, like on
Okay.
the word assistance, and then just add your phone number, you can do it all top, like
Okay.
big letters, like flashing letters.
Give me
Dude,
a
you killed that.
call.
That was so good. Those are my only two notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so add that, and then we're gonna talk about hosting.
So the other thing, like, is hard for me too, is like. There, we have a gimbal
Yeah,
and they're tricky.
yeah,
You gotta use them. But then like when I had the other girl, like she was really good at like, she was just like. Go, like when we're doing like home tours,
yeah.
like I would say something and then she would, just get filmed, but she would make it look so good, like. I don't know, I'm just not good at that. And then the one thing I did like.
You can grow on that. It's not that you're not good at it. You have opportunity to grow.
Good. But one thing that I do love that I learned from her that made social media so much better was, so like in the very beginning, I'd be like, hi, welcome to 555 31 Maple Street. This listing's coming on the market, and I do a little thing. And then I say like, come on inside. And then she, but while she's doing that, then I do a voiceover. So a lot of times like being on front of the camera is like, so like, but the voiceover is nice because it's like you have your intro and then the voiceover is like this 3-bedroom, blah, 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 blah. And you can just nicely read the script and like put it in there. And
Without the
flow,
pressure.
without the pressure of you're watching me, yeah. And then at the end be like, call, then you can end it with like,
Yeah.
or whatever. So I did like that.
I love those videos that y'all made too. They were so good. We actually talked about the Charlie video in class the other day. We did a dual career.
I love
It was so good.
Literally. She was so good at that stuff. Yeah.
And you can do it too.
I can, but I just
You
don't.
taught you the tips and tricks. So
Well,
as
I
far as
mean, I had, but I hadn't like videoing.
okay, there's actually, so I was looking, I saved some videos today, some shorts, just to play like in the beginning or whatever. There was one that I found and this guy talks you through how he makes his real estate walkthroughs in 5 minutes. And it's just him with an iPhone and a
Yeah.
gimbal and they walk through the house.
Yeah.
But it's how they speed it up and slow it down.
Yeah.
That makes the difference.
Yeah.
And when they do the big, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah. That's cool. But he said all he does is he just walks around like normal. And then it's the editing that really, it's just speeding it up and slowing it down. That's it.
I guess one.
I'll send that to you.
Yeah, send that. to
Yeah,
me.
I
And
will.
then I guess I can just do footage and then send it to my daughter and say, cut this and edit this for me, please. I'll pay you $20.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, or you could do it, but also just pay her $20. I'll be happy to do that too. Okay, so
No.
we're good.
Now, what did you put that on TikTok?
Oh, no, I didn't post it
Oh,
yet.
you
You just
just
said
said
where.
We're talking about posting.
Right,
Oh,
Just
time to post.
so I did it post,
Time to post.
but no, I got it.
What can we do to make sure that it is algorithmically
Oh, yes,
pull-upable?
yes.
There's a couple different things. Okay, so first step, obviously, we're gonna post it. We're gonna post. We talked about earlier, it's usually good to post if you can cross post as much as possible. You get more audience just because of the nature of some people preferring certain social medias over others. But then you want to create an engaging description. So different platforms also have different description types that they like. Facebook, it's a little bit more formal, businessy usually. Instagram, it can be either businessy. Some you see with like the long descriptions, some you see with short posts. TikTok is usually a short caption kind of place. However, for things like this, if it's like a silly video or a fun one, I don't worry about it. It's the super long one usually. You can just copy the same description over. Unless you want to change it and edit it for the different platforms based on what usually pops better for them too, which is also an option.
Do you have a link tree?
I don't, but I know that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the one.
and it's not hard to set up. It's
Yeah.
not. 2 to 5 relevant hashtags. Because if people are searching realtor or searching Harrisburg or searching real estate, you want to pop up. So make it searchable, make it findable somehow. Reiterate your call to action in your description. So like reach out to me. Make sure you say that at like the end if you're gonna do a longer post, or make sure you say like reach out now for more, whatever it is. Reiterate. Tag KW Realty or the address. So this is something that I was struggling with because I always tagged on our social media, but then everyone, this is a great problem to have. Everyone had their Google business profile linked to this address.
Yeah.
So if you just type in Keller Williams Realty, it pops up with Keller Williams Realty, Karen Becker, Keller Williams Realty, straight up planner. And it's really great. But the way to avoid that is just type in the actual address, because then it's searchable on the map. And even if they're not searching for our address, if they're on the map around us and they're zooming in, your video will still pop up. So the last thing, set cover frame if applicable. So on YouTube, you can upload your own graphic, but for TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, I mean, you want to go through and select the cover frame that you want to use. So that's the one. Have you had to set a cover frame before?
No, but you showed me earlier.
Yeah.
You pictured while we were.
Well, okay. I pointed out that would be a good one to use. So let's do that, and then we can use our descriptions. Okay. So if this is the video, I'm gonna go through. Although the other one that I did was I was smiling and it's kind of a pretty one, but I'm wondering if I should do a silly face instead for this one. Silly effect video.
Right.
I have like the little mustache. I might do that. Cause I was gonna do this.
Yeah,
Have fun.
One
the time.
time.
Fix yourself an in a little bit.
Just time, Karen, I'm summoning you.
I think this is gonna be my cover.
A
So,
silly cover.
did you see how to get there? Let's go back.
Yeah, just for that.
Okay, so if you're in the drafts and you're on this page,
Yeah, I know.
okay, we're gonna go to edit cover. And you're gonna go through your video. And you're gonna find the frame that you feel like best fits the style of the video. So, because mine's so silly and stupid, I'm gonna do a stupid one. Yours isn't silly or stupid, it's really just relatable. And so I feel like a relatable photo would be good. Yeah, some of the stills that I
Yeah.
see on mine are horrific. Once you find your frame, because we also want to talk about adding a title to the cover.
Here. Just kidding.
Perfect, amazing.
Good enough.
Okay.
He does my face off it.
Beautiful. So then the other thing I want to show you is it's really good to also post a catchy like something. So like content creation, I'm gonna do a question mark because people are like, what's a question mark for? So for yours. Let's do. Business owner and the hustle kid,
Hustler,
hustler.
hustler.
You should do a question mark though.
Okay.
Question mark or exclamation points. It's a weird thing. Videos that have them, that I post them, they always get more engagement than the other ones that don't. Yes, okay. So now short and sweet little description.
Right.
So for mine, I think I'm only gonna put just post it, stop beating yourself up. Just stop judging yourself. And push up my one. You got it. That's all I'm gonna put for mine, and then the hashtags. Also, make sure you put in the hashtags. I just, I was gonna
I
share.
probably do not.
Okay. So I was trying to think about what hashtags I wanted to use for that. If you wanna use ones that are more popular, the more popular, the more success you're gonna have. So you wanna have usually 2 to 5, so I try to do like 4. So if you type in the hashtag, I'm thinking content would be a good one. So I start typing in content and I see content creator has 18.8 million posts. Wow. Content has 11.3. So I'm gonna use both of those.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what a good hashtag is, try this first to see. So then like content creators would be the next one with 1.1. So I'm gonna do that next. I have not been able to find on TikTok in so long. I used to be able to.
So we didn't, are you putting them in as a hashtag or are you just putting them in as?
So you can get a location.
Uh-huh.
So on a lot of silly ones, like girl who did go hair is not a real location.
Right.
But like, so a lot of my silly ones and others like blah blah blah, you're just rude. Like it's not a real one, but it's just another thing that people will put on just to get more, views. So if you can add a location, it helps. So even if my plan is, I guess, if I can't find one that says that is Keller Realty, I'm gonna do one about like content. You could do one about like the hustle. I'm sure there's something, a restaurant somewhere in, you know what I mean?
Just found it, found a way through.
You just haven't found one.
I did it in location.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, I just put in 5:30
Mm,
and it started to come, it came right up.
that's
5:30.
what it is on Facebook. It always pops up when you do the address.
Good.
Okay, so you're posting it?
Yep.
Let's do
I
it.
did hashtag real estate, hashtag hustlers.
Love it. Okay.
Buy now and hashtag sell house.
Pro tip, just so to make my life easier.
Yeah.
Also want it all copied. So that way I don't have to retype everything up.
Okay.
And TikTok's and like, make sure you keep it open until it posts.
Oh, really?
Instagram's the same one.
So why did you copy and paste it? Where are you putting it?
So, cause now, I've posted it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to my personal Instagram, or my business Instagram. And I'm gonna post it here. So, once you post a TikTok, it automatically saves the updated video. And
In your device?
Mhm.
Really?
So, the filters you put on the captions, all that will already be in here, so you don't have to go through and re-edit. So then I will paste it here. That way I don't have to retype.
Post.
Boom. And I'm gonna share mine on Insta and Facebook. Yeah, I tried to exit on Instagram too fast. And
Oh.
it yelled at me.
Yeah, this won't let me get out of it till
Yeah,
it uploads.
Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing.
yay,
I love
okay,
it so much.
I'm
Truly.
glad, thank you for coming. I think my plan was just to make a YouTube video if no one else showed up and just talk. This was so much better. This is so much better, but hopefully, at least someone can watch it and hear what
Yeah.
we did and what we talked about.
Somebody that this is foreign to, like me, like, that's huge.
Yeah. So genuinely, the main thing is, the way to get views is by posting more often. Even if it's throwaway videos and you're not wanting this one video to go viral, if you want this other one to, you have to post more
Right.
consistently. And so like something that I personally did is I started doing like daily gratitude things on Instagram, not on my business one, but on my personal one, just so people had to see me more.
Yep.
And I also had to get in the practice of using it more and getting comfortable with social media more. So doing something like that's fun, like daily realtor update, like here's what I'm doing today, you know. But set a goal and just try to push yourself to post that many times a month.
Okay.
No matter what. And it can be a silly video, it can be a short video, it can be a long one, whatever you wanna do.
How many times a week do you post?
Okay, so I need to get it together with my business one. On my personal one, I post every weekday, and then I post once a weekend, which is a lot. But I just do like out videos on my TikTok, and then I do my daily gratitude on Instagram. So even if it's not something directly related, if you're posting yourself and you're getting in front of
Right.
people, it does post everything else. It boosts everything else.
Right.
And because I've posted on my personal one, I also usually repost to my stories on my personal one of anything I post on my business. It then creates the algorithm, it shifts it to go over to my business profile too. So that's another tactic to use both to your advantage. But also the last thing was to go and like everyone else's video. So what's your TikTok?
I have no idea. What was this with it?
Yeah.
At Stephanie Gray 10.
I really like it. You can also change that. I can show you how if you want to.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. So
TikTok, I guess we're gonna be friends.
TikTok. Stephanie Gray 10.
It should be, it'll say nostalgia, but, vintage shop.
Nice. Okay.
What are you?
LA Hoes Realtor.
There it is,
Which
pops right up,
intentional as well. LA Hoes.
pops right up.
Come on.
Liked.
Yes.
That's awesome. Awesome. Oh, there's my niece. How's she doing?
Hey, reconnect you with people. It's crazy. Yes, we actually just finished. We just posted our little video.
Well, I was already talking with sports, getting back there.
That's real.
It was awesome.
It was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna